How to get brand deals as an influencer. As an influencer, one of your biggest goals is to most likely to start getting brand deals. This is literally living the dream for many people, being paid to wear clothes or use products, sometimes thousands of dollars for a single post. You've created your platform, you've built the audience, you've gained their trust. Now, how do you land those great deals? Keep listening and you'll find out. The first thing to do is to make sure that you are putting out great content consistently, with a clear target audience. That latter point is important because it's the target audience that is ultimately going to appeal to the advertisers. They must see that you're being consistent and that your followers are listening to you. At the same time, ensure it is obvious that you are open to suggestions from sponsors. You can put this right in your bio and in any other online profile. Simply state that you are open to sponsors and tell them how to contact you. LinkedIn is another particularly good place to do this. If you keep doing this, then as your numbers grow, you are highly likely to start getting inquiries and requests. But if that's not fast enough for you, then you need to get proactive. One way to do this is to reach out to the sponsors personally. Find a company that you have noticed is sponsoring other channels and that you would think would be a good fit for your own channel. Once you've done that, send them an email and explain your situation and that you would love to support them. Show that you believe passionately about what they are doing and that you have the followers and the engagement to help them out. Know how much you are worth. You can use a number of tools online to calculate this. Just don't make the mistake of accepting far less than you should. Be cautious of brands that are offering to pay on a commission-only basis. You are not a salesperson, and you don't want to dedicate all your time to promoting their platform or service. Finally, another option is to sign up for a number of online networks designed specifically to connect brands and creators. A good example is Grapevine. These will list your brand along with your stats, and brands will then be able to message you through the platform. How to work with the top influencers in your niche. One of the very best ways to get yourself to the top of the heap as an influencer is to volunteer to work with other big influencers. Most niches have an established hierarchy of top creators. If you can be accepted by these names, then you'll find it leads to huge exposure for you early on, as well as key endorsements from people who matter in that circle. The only problem, as a small creator, messaging a massive YouTuber or Instagram star will normally result in no response. How do you get them to answer and, better yet, to work with you? Here's what you need to know. Start small. It's tempting to go after the guy or gal with 5 million subs, but keep in mind that they probably get 100,000 emails a day. Unless your name immediately jumps out at them in their inbox, then they're not going to be motivated to click on your email. So instead, start with the smaller creators. Start with the other micro-influencers that are currently in a similar position to you. You'll both benefit by sharing your audience, and then each time you grow this way, you can take on a slightly bigger creator next time. Make yourself known. Don't just go straight for the kill with a message asking to collaborate. Instead, spend some time posting comments on their videos, liking their Instagram posts, and contributing to the discussion on their Facebook page. They'll see this, and you'll become known to them, such that when you email, they'll be far more likely to look. Message more than once. It's very important not to pester a big creator, as you can very quickly get blocked and ruin your reputation before you even get started. But just because they didn't answer you right away, that doesn't mean you shouldn't try again. Wait a while, then politely ask if they got your last message. Remember, these guys are very busy and get a lot of messages. They might have fully intended to message you back but became snowed under. Give them another chance. Network in person. The very best way to get creators to give you the time of day is to meet them in person, where you can make a much bigger impact much faster. Attend networking events and make sure to hone in on the people you want to work with. Monetization tips for influencers. Becoming an influencer opens up huge doors. If you have a large audience of people who are hanging on your every word, then you have the potential to galvanize that audience into a massive customer base. The problem is that many influencers have no idea how to do this. In this presentation, we'll change all that. Did you know that with 200,000 followers on Instagram, you can charge an average of $1,000 for a sponsored post? That means posting an image where you are wearing a particular item of clothing or consuming a supplement. It's an extremely easy way to make a lot of money that takes just 5 minutes. Now imagine how much you could earn if you had millions of followers. This truly is a cash cow, but there are a few caveats. Firstly, if you don't have millions of followers, then you might mistakenly believe that there is no way to sell sponsored posts like this. As you have already probably guessed, that is incorrect. You can actually make a lot of money as what is known as a micro-influencer, as long as you have the engagement. The key is to become more proactive in going out there and finding those advertisers. To do this, you can either try messaging them directly or using sites like Grapevine, which connects advertisers to creators. Either way, the key is to actively go out there and look for sponsors. But it gets better. Because think about it. If someone is willing to pay $1,000 for you to post an image wearing their shoes, what does that tell you? It tells you that they are earning far more than that in order for this to be a profitable move for them. And what that tells you in turn is that you can also earn much more than that by doing precisely the same thing. Not selling shoes necessarily, but selling something else such as an ebook, or better yet, a course, private coaching, etc. As an influencer, you are what people are interested in. And if you can offer your knowledge and your one-on-one interaction, then you can conceivably charge thousands of dollars. And a single post can generate multiple sales. Now there is a way to go about selling a product and a way to design one so that people will buy it. But all you need to know is that this is your ticket to making big money as a creator. The secret to becoming an influencer is by delivering value. Want to be a massive influencer? Want to be able to command huge paydays just by posting images of yourself using someone else's product? Want to build a massive tribe that hangs off your every word? It's something that only a select few have managed to accomplish. So what's their big secret? I'm going to share it with you. Are you ready? The big secret to becoming an influencer is delivering value. That's it. There's no magic formula, no crazy growth hack, and no secret strategy. The simple truth becoming a massive influencer is to offer value, day in and day out. But what does that mean? Delivering value, of course, means that you're giving away something useful. That might mean entertainment, it might mean amusement, it might mean information, it might even just be inspiration. But ultimately, when someone interacts with your brand or your content, they need to come away feeling as though they gained something from it. Why? Because of course that is then what's going to motivate them to come back again in the future. You probably already understand this intuitively. Chances are that you're posting pictures regularly, or that you're posting blog content regularly. Maybe you make regular YouTube videos. But now ask yourself, are you really providing value? Because where many people go wrong is by thinking that any content is going to be automatically valuable. You see this with Instagram accounts that simply share lots of other posts using a certain hashtag. You see it with YouTubers who spend ages talking about themselves before getting to the point. And you see it with blogs that post extremely generic and uninteresting content that bring nothing new to the table, probably because they hired a writer to do it who knew nothing about the topic. That is not value, or at least it is not much value. And so people don't follow. In order to provide value, you need to create content that leaves the person feeling something powerful, something memorable. The question you should always ask yourself then is, would you read it? Would you be excited by the title? Would you share it? And if the answers to those questions are no, then don't post it. Go away and find a way to make it better. Then try again. You must always deliver exceptional value.